Hey, what's up guys, DiplexHeated here again. Welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2 and the Warhammer 40k mod. You know, every time I load this mod up and make a battle, I ask myself, why don't I play this mod more? So if you guys want to see more Warhammer 40k content, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, because this is absolutely amazing. Now we're back on the map we've used a few times before. This is Fort Vaux, I do believe it's pronounced that way. It's part of the Battle of Verdun in 1916, but I've modified it to fit our needs today for this sci-fi battle. Of course, we're about to put the Imperial Guard with supporting Ultramarines versus Chaos and their heretic soldiers. This is going to be an absolutely insane battle. We've got thousands of troops setting foot on this battlefield today, and I gotta say, this map is the best map of 2019. It's too early to say what will be the best map of this year. You know, it would be fun if I went back and did like a top 10 maps from the workshop. You know, I guess all the way back since the workshop came to be. But I'm sure I could get a top 10 list going. Now, what makes this the best map is not the detail, it's not the look. It's actually the feel. The feel is the most important thing. It's like with food. It's what it tastes like. Now, you can't see taste. You can't see what something tastes like. And it's the same with maps. You can look at a beautiful map with beautiful plating, but perhaps it's missing salt. Perhaps it doesn't have, the right texture. Perhaps it doesn't have the right contrasts. This is legitimately like a can of beluga caviar. Like, I love black caviar or Russian caviar. We say svart caviar, black caviar in Sweden, because we've got other types of caviar that is very popular, so that's why we use that word for it. But I mean, it's just amazing. This happens to also be a map made by Axel. I wouldn't say he's the best mapper, but I'm certainly not saying he's not the best mapper. So the crown for the best mapper is an ever-changing competition, or I suppose it's very hard to determine who is the best mapper. But this is definitely one of the best map. So does it make him the best mapper? I don't know. I don't want to get caught up in a discussion like that. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I know there's a lot of very pretentious and proud mappers out there. This community has a lot of that when it comes to players and modders and makers of missions and whatnot. But this is great. Axel, thank you so much. This is just kind of like your other map that we played on in yesterday's video series. It's extreme. It's got the difference in altitude or in terrain and all that, and it makes for such amazing content. The World War I battle we did on this map is one of my favorite battles of 2019. We did a World War II one, which was also very good, but then again, it's a combination of mods. Of course, the Great War Realism mod is an amazing mod as well, so shout out to Microsoft, man, for that one as well. But having that said, guys, it's just stunning. And yes, I think without further ado, let's start the chaos that is about to be here on this map. Let's hit that start button. Honestly, there's not much else I have to say. Now, what I have done to this map is I have modified it. What does that mean? Well, I have created a opening here. This was all walled off previously. This one here on the right side was also walled off. There was a ladder here that the AI will not use on their own, which is a shame. I wish there was a way to script that, or I suppose code it into their behavior. So this has been made. I've made this center gap here as well, and a few other modifications have been made. Like, I've added a lot of cover here in the center. So this is just a small modification of the map, and the two teams are about to face off here in the center. This is about to get super bloody. There are a lot of troops coming in from both sides. Once again, thousands of soldiers. We're going to have Dreadnoughts and Space Marines, Traitor Marines, you name it, from both teams as well. This guy's on fire. Oh. Here's a Commissar as well with a plasma gun. He's going to throw a grenade. Oh, he's taking a lot of fire, but he's got a decent health pool. Oh, knocked out. So it does look like the Imperial Guardsmen did secure the center. Right now they are making their way down the opposite side to battle the Chaos troops just outside the fort. Oh my god, there's a lot of firepower involved here. I think also with Warhammer 40k, there's just so many explosions and effects and so much deadly weaponry that it just makes any kind of battle interesting and spectacular to behold. Okay, so it looks like the preliminary wave has been knocked out and Chaos troops are now moving into the fort. We've got some fighting going on the flanks as well, in the trenches and on the high ground. We've got a big variety of weapons here today. Flamethrowers, grenade launchers, melt guns, plasma rifles, all kinds. Bolters and las guns as well, or laser guns. Oh, the first 2 Dreadnoughts have arrived from both teams, and they are going to spice things up quite heavily. I mean, I'm having a hard time keeping an eye on what's going on, but we're going to focus primarily on the center, because this is a conquest for the fort itself and the high ground here. A lot of Guardsmen have now moved in to secure the center, but this is going to turn into some close-quarter fighting. Grenades are being thrown. Oh! There's that unmistakable Wilhelm scream as well. Oh, there's just gushes of blood and body parts flying. Here come the Dreadnoughts. A lot of reinforcing soldiers as well, arriving to support those said Dreadnoughts. We have 2 Ultramarine Dreadnoughts on this side supporting the Guardsmen. And we've got 2 really cool-looking Chaos Dreadnoughts on this side. I'm not sure Dreadnought is the right word, but here is some serious weaponry. And right now, they're just kind of like supporting the troops attacking the breach. Look at those engine exhausts. Oh. Some Guardsmen are trying to take cover behind the walls remaining and using them as cover to engage the enemy on the opposite side. Oh. Ultramarine Dreadnoughts moving in on the flank. They are trying to get close to the Chaos Dreadnoughts to engage them up close. We're going to see a pretty heavy fight soon between the heavy machinery on the battlefield. More Guardsmen are arriving to secure the breach. Oh! Traitor Marine just melted away by that, I believe that was it a plasma shot? Could have been a melt. Melt like... Oh, yeah, that's... I don't think that's plasma. But it's some sort of heavy weaponry. I'm still not completely familiar with the arsenal in Warhammer 40k. But one of those Chaos heavy machines have been brought down. Oh. 2 more are arriving per side. We've got a machine battle over here on the flank of the fortress. These guys are going toe-to-toe, head-to-head. Look at this close-range combat. This one is taking fire from both of the Ultramarine Dreadnoughts. This one is making its way down the hill now. This is going to occupy a lot of Chaos firepower. Oh, and it's eventually going to be brought down by the reinforcing Chaos Dreadnoughts. Let's go ahead and call these 2 Dreadnoughts, even if that's not their typical specification or name, rather, even though, because I mean technically they are modeled and based off of the Space Marine Dreadnought, just the way the Traitor Marines are as well. But look at this. This has given the Imperial Guardsmen a lot of breathing room, but a lot of targets now for the 2 walkers. Let's see if they open up at the Guardsmen. Oh, so much laser fire right now as well. We've got red streaks all over the screen. Now, one of those walkers back there has a missile pod, and if he engaged, he could essentially clear this entire breach, and that would aid the Chaos Infantry on the ground. Thank you for watching part 1. Find out who wins this epic battle in part 2 coming soon. Take care.